Allow me to reintroduce myself.
You are now tuning in to the Snap Call Podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Snap Call. It's Xavier.
I'm Ice.
Hector.
And it is, first Saturday here in February, and we got a big one going on right now. The Saturday Super 40s is currently taking place. It's a $300 40K guaranteed one-day tournament. It's the first time they're hosting this tournament here at Orange City, and needless to say, the tournament is a success. I think they just announced how much for the guarantee?
Just under 95K.
So 95K, give or take, was the total prize pool on a 40,000 guaranteed prize pool. Absolutely smashed it. Yeah, absolutely smashed it. So congrats to Orange City.
It is packed here.
Yeah, I mean, we've been coming here for a minute, of course, and I'd probably say this is the busiest the room has been, probably the last 6-7 months. What would you say, Ice?
Yeah.
I think the busiest ever been. Even when the Moneymaker Tour was here, they never had the tables out in the front. So today they got every table here packed besides the streaming table, every table on the floor, plus on front of where the bar's at packed. So
Yeah. And we were talking about earlier with parking. We're parking all the way at the ends of the parking lot, which we never do.
Yeah, it's a busy day for that reason. Parking is always a quick indication of how busy the room is, and then if they got the poker tables being used in front of the restaurant and the bar area, like that's when when that overflow area is being used. Mm-hmm. It's a busy day. We were just talking to Luisito Poker a couple minutes ago, and he's in the back corner of the cash game section on a tournament table, and that just goes to show that as they were probably getting tables and dealers going, they're just moving people around. So a lot of moving parts right now. Late registration has ended, but a great tournament nonetheless. 153 players left on a total of 379 total runners. So absolutely a fantastic tournament, a fantastic turnout. Also in the poker room, if you're listening, you're considering making your way on over here, $500 high hands up until midnight. Right now, it looks like quad queens with a jack kicker is going to take it down potentially. But it's we're looking at, I think it's every 20 minutes right now, $500 high hand payouts, some of the best high hand payouts in the state of Florida in terms of overall promotion. So come on down here. And we got something else coming up here in just about an hour or so, right?
yeah, we got Snap Call, $200 buy-in, 5K guaranteed tournament coming up at 5. Last time we were just shy of 10K. So hopefully with the amount of people here, we can shatter the 10K, get closer to 15 hopefully today at least. Or maybe we can even reach 20 with the amount of people here today. So
Yeah.
if you guys are listening, come through.
Yeah.
I love Ice's optimism. Yes, there are a lot of people here, and we're hoping to bank on. As soon as you're out of the tournament, you just come on over to us. Same thing with cash. It should be a good one. Today definitely should be a good one. You definitely feel the electricity in the air, and people are just ready to play some cards.
Yeah, we heard as we were walking through, people are just like, hey, you guys got a podcast today? Hey, you got a tournament today? So people are looking forward to jumping into that one. It's probably people with 3 or 4 big blinds left, and they're looking for the next tournament to jump into. But nonetheless, we're excited to be a tournament that's going to be taking place right after this tournament, and essentially an overflow tournament. And I'm just ready for some action, ready to play some cards.
Same here, man.
If it don't work out, then we'll be playing some cash. So either or, it's going to work out for us. But lots of exciting things to look forward to. Just kind of looking ahead for the month. I know we have a 100K guaranteed in Daytona that's coming up as well, and then the Moneymaker Tour is coming next month as well in Daytona. So lots of tournaments on the horizon, and we're really kind of entering that tournament season, right?
Yeah, real quick, they just posted first place is going to be just under 20K for this 40K tournament. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
And
one day 20K.
And the bubble is about 470, something like that. So still pretty good profit off of your $300 buy-in. I mean, where are you going to find that?
How many places is getting paid out here?
I think
We're giving you this information in real time
Yeah,
because the
this
TV's
just got
scrolling.
posted.
46.
46.
So we're about 100 away from the money right now. Should go by pretty quickly, and you can imagine when the money bubble breaks, the tournament's going to start rolling here. But it's going to be fun to watch what's going on with that tournament, as well as seeing what is keeping track of that one while we're playing in ours.
Yeah. 20K for first place, one day of work. I mean, when you get to the final table, it's like, yo, let's just chop it up, or even final two tables. Let's just call this. But I'm curious to see how it plays out. Me, I'm a kind of a purist, and I don't think I've ever chopped, so I'm just taking. I want to take it down the whole way.
Yeah, I haven't got to that situation where I can chop, so
Yeah.
no experience in that.
Not even in the house games.
Not even in the house game.
That's my only experience, bro. Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm chopping all these times. But yeah, you just want the glory of the win. But I also understand 2 a.m. You're still taking away 5 figures. Let's just call it.
Yeah. I mean, nah. At 2 in the morning, I probably still have so much adrenaline. If I'm still playing, it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah, I don't think the adrenaline dies down.
No.
When
It's
you're playing for the top prize.
yeah.
Is there a trophy with this? No, right?
No.
I don't
Just
believe
the money?
I don't believe in this one now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of money. So
Yeah. Nah, no, that's nothing to shy away from. 20K up top, a one-day payday. That's fantastic. So switching gears, we mentioned the tournaments that are upcoming here in Orange City, the tournaments that are coming to Daytona, along with the Moneymaker Tour. Talking on a different type of scale, we're talking to WSOP, and if you follow Kevin Mathers on Twitter, everyone and their mom is asking him on a daily basis, when is WSOP schedule getting released? When is it getting released? And I know that's, like I said, your screenshot where you posted a couple days ago, which is it's expected to get released probably mid-February. So hopefully we're about a week out. That is like Christmas for poker players once you find out when a WSOP schedule gets released, because you already know the dates, the range, when it starts and when it ends. But people want to base their travel, their time off from their families, their work, literally around specific tournaments. We have the luxury and thankfully the pleasure of being able to go. We're going to either go the second or third week of June, but outside of protecting some comps, we don't know which week we're going, because we want to make sure that we go a week that is going to be filled with some tournaments that, we're going to really enjoy. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to go during a week where there's a ton of high rollers, because we'll be playing a lot of baby satellites trying to get into those. But if you're planning to go to the WSOP, just know Moneymaker has a tournament series now at MGM as well. You have the Win, the Venetian Deep Stack, Golden Nugget. Everyone has a series. So if you're just blindly going, I promise you'll still be in really good shape. But as I was looking at the calendar the schedule from last year, are there any specific tournaments that you're hoping fall on the dates that, are going to be while we're there?
Yeah, I want the mystery bounty. I think it was a $1,000 mystery bounty.
Yep.
That's the one I'm looking forward to. And then if the Millionaire Maker falls, that's fine as well too. Maybe like a $500-$600 event as well too. Bracelet event would be great. Hopefully like a PLO as well too. Just a bunch of tournaments.
Yeah.
The good thing about the WSOP is the guarantee. They don't set a guarantee, but it's everything's gonna be possibly 6 figures and plus. So for the top prize. So I'm not worried about like payouts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Very few tournaments are paying out less than like 200K.
Yeah.
And you're probably talking like the casino employee events, maybe the ladies event, kind of just depending, but that's only because of course it's exclusive to them. And then maybe like some random
mixed games.
game like Badoogie or something. But you're getting paid in the WSOP. That's for sure.
I do want to do a Venetian event too, so I'm hoping outside of WSOP, the Venetian has a tournament as well too.
Yeah. Hector, I mean, looking at last year, and we talked last year's schedule during last year, but if you had to make a wish list of specific types of events you want to get into.
I mean, the shootout has been calling my name ever since we did it. I'm just like, I want to prove it wasn't a fluke, and I did well until I didn't. And it was just enjoyable. I felt like you got a lot of play, and it was very, very focused for being such a sit and go, atmosphere. And so I would like to be if they have another 1,500 shootout. I think this year they didn't. It was a lot higher. I think
They had a $1,500.
It was like a 10K, right? I thought it was a 10K or something.
No, I think didn't Faraz Jaka win shootout this past year?
Yeah.
I think they may have had a different variation. Let's see. Freeze out 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, $1,500 shootout.
15. Okay.
That was 2023. But I'm
Okay.
pretty sure because ever since we've done that event, I kind
Yeah.
of make it a point to see how it's going.
Yeah, I just don't remember seeing a 1500. I thought I saw a bigger one. But either way, a shootout, if they have that in my price range, I would really like to play Deuce to 7 triple draw. Just it looks so much
Let's
fun
be
on TV.
let's be realistic.
I would love to play that if it again in my price range. that
Let's
I
say
could play.
let's be realistic.
If I
If you
found the
make it out
500,
to Vegas, with
maybe.
us- no, stop. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. If you found because you're not gonna spend
Yeah.
$500 on a random thing. You're gonna want to go play a daily.
I just won it in blackjack, maybe.
Not when you can go play a real tournament that
Yeah.
you have a chance of winning. if you have a chance to head out with me and what are you thinking?
Probably the smaller bracelet events that are like the big names. So the Gladiator, the Warrior, the
You don't
Colossals.
get, they won't give you a bracelet.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll
let
give
them
it.
know.
I'll give it back.
We'll let
I'm
them know.
gonna-
Don't give that guy one.
I'm gonna give it back because hey, I don't deserve this. This was a $300 prize pool.
We got to bring that poll back.
Yes, I understand. I'm on my lonely branch with that one. But yeah, I would probably I would just be sticking with those. Ideally, the mystery bounty. That just seems like a fun one to do, and and the shootout.
I just want to bust somebody and
yeah,
you
you just want to draw a
or
card.
whatever and see what I get.
Yeah, exactly.
I got some pain going on right here. Yeah, I would say, let's see. If I had to choose, let's say just like 3 tournaments, in the week that we'll be there, assuming that you get some deep runs, right?
Yeah.
A bounty event for sure. You're talking just the envelope, right? Now, I was thinking earlier, I was like, man, can you imagine, because from what I understand or what I remember, they don't give out, you don't get bounties until the second day. It's not day 1. You get bounties the second day. So once you make it to day 2 and then you start knocking people out, then you start getting bounty envelopes. So can you imagine running up a huge stack on day 1, busting the last level, and then not getting a bounty?
Yeah.
I'd cry. I'd be like, that's what I was here for.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose 3 specific events, I'd probably do a bounty. I kind of hope the tag event's going on when we go.
That'd be awesome,
I think
too.
that'd be cool. I think,
Yeah.
from just an experience standpoint, I think that'd be a lot of fun just to create content about a tag team event. And then, and then maybe some sort of deep stack event that they got. I've always been interested in doing the 5K 6-handed tournament that they typically run. I like playing short-handed, so obviously you're playing with much better pros, but I feel like I have an advantage when I play that type of game. So I'd be interested in doing a 6-handed tournament. I think that'd be interesting.
I would like a PLO no limit tournament.
That'd be fun.
Like a
mix.
Oh, they had that last year with the double bomb pot.
Double bomb pot one.
I don't want to do a double bomb pot.
Yeah.
You don't want to gamble?
Yeah.
If I'm up a decent amount, yes, I do
like
it. But
that.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with the low stakes. Even the dailies. I felt like their dailies paid off pretty well.
So the thing with the dailies, if I'm gonna be in Vegas, I want to play a bracelet event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the dailies is
Because
cool,
the
but it's
dailies, you're playing the dailies for
The
I think
whole
it was
day.
15, 16 hours.
Yeah.
And you're getting a 30K plus for
150.
first place. But yeah, I mean, it's good value, obviously. But like you said, I want to play in a bracelet event.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the good thing about Vegas is you can literally bust any tournament any time of day, and there's something
Go right into
something
another
else going on. So lots of chances to just jump into additional tournaments for sure. I'm excited. I'm excited for the schedule. I was texting Ice. It was yesterday, the day before. I texted him the satellite schedule for last year because I'm like, listen, on top of tournaments we're gonna play, we got to try to satellite into some bigger stuff too. You got to do it. You got to do it. You get a lot of value in that way. And I mean, listen, we're not rolled properly to be buying into a 5 or 10K event, but if we can get one through a satellite,
yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we were all trying the satellite in the Club GG's app for a couple months.
Oh, that's gonna happen again. As soon as they put up the schedule,
Yeah.
I'm getting the membership.
Yeah. And once they post that, and I'm hoping right now I know they're doing some run good events. They're doing some Asian poker tour. So I'm hoping when they do announce it, we'll be right back on it because that's
I
the
invest
absolute
$50
best
a month
way.
to try to get a ticket.
Yeah. That's the absolute best. I mean, literally on a daily basis, you can improve your chances to get into the main tournament to then stage 3 to then hopefully ship one. It's not an easy feat, but what name a cheaper way these days, you know?
Yep.
So, perfect. Well, what comes with the WSOP is the glitz, the glamour, the money, the fame, and then the opportunity to play alongside a lot of big poker players, right? And there's a lot of big poker players that are signed to good old ACR, and we'll talk about ACR specifically, but more so about your buddy Nacho Barbero, right? Who's been caught up in a little bit of drama in regards to ACR. Long story short, a screenshot he had posted essentially showed like RTA, real-time assistance type stuff while he's multi-tabling tournaments. And of course that raises red flags and the integrity overall of online poker. So with that said, kind of just jumping right into it, what were your thoughts when you first saw that, and did that raise any red flags? Because we'll talk about ACR's response to it, but what was your initial reaction to it?
My initial reaction was like, Nacho has to be an idiot. Like, you literally took the picture yourself. You have to use your common sense. Like, the backlash of people using solvers and stuff during tournaments, and like, you can exit out the screen, take a picture. It's just, I don't think he thought it out, obviously, but and then honestly, there's really no control in it. Like, unless like the software doesn't allow any other open browsers, like there's no other way to control it. So it's just like, if they can't control it, other people should just use it. That's my opinion on it. But at the same time, if you're sponsored with ACR or not, you have to be a little bit smarter and not post stuff like that, just because of the backlash you're going to receive.
Now, Hector, so I didn't grow up playing online poker, right? So as someone that essentially learned and primarily played poker online, there was one thing you introduced me to, which was like, and I forget what that thing is called, where you can essentially see how many hands people are playing and people's BPIPs and stuff. Like, would you consider that like real-time assistance? Because although it's not necessarily a chart and telling you the optimal play, you can literally get a lot of information about a player and put notes on someone from that you've played previously. So what are, using that in comparison to what was released about Barbero, what would you say?
I wouldn't say it's so it's definitely an aid, that it is helpful, right?
Now that's legal? Like anybody can get that?
Yeah, so it's legal in pretty much every, well, the term legal because online poker itself, but
outside of online,
But
if poker stars knew you were using it, would you get
poker
in trouble?
site? No, every poker site allows it, and I believe even Club GG has their own HUD that they provide those stats.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So there are definitely like stats that are there that are useful and beneficial that might provide me the leeway of which way I'm going to pick something, whether I'm going to call or fold or anything. But at the same time, it's all how you use it, right? Because at the same time, there's always the F this guy mentality too. Yeah. So like if I see, hey, that I only have 40 hands on somebody, that's not really that beneficial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I see like, hey, I have 2,000 hands on somebody, and I see that they're a 15, 10, 9 type player, I was like, okay, they're a little bit tighter, so I just take them a little bit more seriously as opposed to like, oh, they have it or they don't have it or they're always playing. Like,
see, to me that's
you can get that. I feel like you get that same type of information from just paying attention. You know what I mean? So like, there's times where I don't use it, and there's times that I do use it, and it really. I don't see like my numbers swaying one way or the other like that.
My issue is the moment it affects your decision making is where I kind of like draw somewhat of a line.
Yeah. So ACR has it right now that you like as soon as like you play a hand, and like say we're all in, like the odds are there. Like, hey, you're 24% to win against random hand. And then they show the hand, and now you're 60% or 20%. And then the next streak comes, and it updates, and then it updates. Like, all the stats and the numbers are there. What isn't there, which is what I'm thinking the RTA is like, hey, the perfect, strategy for this right here is to call 13% of the time or fold, 14% of the time, or this is how much you should raise. Like, you're just taking out your own play of it. You're just following steps. And if that's what you're doing, then, I mean, why are you even playing? You know, you could just let it run, and see where you're at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think once you start playing online and you know stuff is going on,
Yeah.
I don't mind you using it. It's just when you sponsor with a certain website, you have to be a little bit smarter, just because they already have like the, like the background and the stuff of them being shady and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you have to be smarter if you're him.
I understand. Whenever I played on, I mainly played on ACR, but I played it just because I like the interface. But I always took it with a grain of salt. I'm like, all right, I'm probably gonna get sucked out at some point. You know what I mean? And sure enough, it always happens at some point in the tournament or whatever. And maybe it's legit, maybe it's not. You don't know because of it's not legalized. I do trust WSOP a lot more. But I've never played on it, so that's just me with brand recognition.
Yeah.
So
I never, I never played the WSOP either, but
Yeah,
like the online stuff. But it has to be better. ACR gets a lot of people too.
yeah, same thing with Full Tilt. I liked Full Tilt, but every
big names too, man. Like
it's
Tom
really, I feel like they're the only
Moneymaker.
player. Like besides being able to play in the states of WSOP and Poker Stars, the ACR is your only option.
My
You know?
my challenge is once it starts affecting your decision making, right? But outside of that specific HUD that you use, right? It's not giving you charts or
Poker
all-
tracker,
all that
Tracker
type of stuff.
4, I
So
believe.
looking at like Nacho's instance, right? What does it do for the credibility of online poker? Poop on it, right? We already don't trust online poker. ACR is one of the few sites that it's not regulated, but it has some of the biggest poker players in the world that they vouch for, right? You're talking Ebony Kenny, Moneymaker, you got Barbero. Barbero isn't just a poker player either. If you know poker, he's playing in the high rollers. He's one of the best tournament players in the world. So, when you have someone like that, unveiling this information that they're sharing and whatnot, like, was it a joke? I don't know. But ACR's response to me is what upset me the most.
What was their response?
Their response was something along the lines of, "Oh, Barbero's a silly guy, yada yada." Like literally, like your biggest battle as a company is to show that you are safe for people to play. Your platform's safe for people to play on, and that was your initial response.
They brushed it off.
So they brushed it off, and then of course, what was that met with? Backlash.
Yeah.
And then of course, everyone and their mom was like, "Hey, what's this? What's this? What's this?" And then they stepped back. They made an official statement, and then they did an internal audit, and they said basically that like they didn't found any wrongdoing or you got it, and it's just like. Hold on, y'all did an internal audit. Well,
Yeah.
that means nothing to us. That's like me looking at you and being like, "I didn't cheat, right? Okay."
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure they gave
let me pull it up.
I'm pretty sure they gave Nacho the call and like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, yo, we're about to revoke your membership, and we're gonna stop paying for your fees, and
Yeah, all like I said, all online sites they allow certain software, or maybe certain software are just able to get through. There's some that try to stay away. Like I remember Bogata, Bodoga, what was it? Bodog, I think it's
Bovado?
Huh?
Bovado?
Bovada.
Bovada.
There you go.
Bovada.
Bovada. That they were very like you didn't even have a username. You know what I mean? Like you just went in and it was just seat 1, seat through 9, and then you played the tournament like that. So there was no software that could say, "Hey, Ice, you've played with him 4 tournaments," and you can see how his stats are. It's literally just blind people playing.
yeah.
Which was pretty cool in its own sense.
So their initial response, and I don't know if it'll show a screenshot here, but essentially their initial response was they said that he's a goofball,
Gotcha.
and it's just like, listen, you should come out, be extra serious, and say, hey, we take these allegations serious. We don't, take this lightly. We want you guys to know that you can trust our platform, and go from there. Because the one reason I wait every 2 weeks to play when we come here instead of going online is because I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I can go deposit on their website, but do I trust it? No, I feel like I'm literally burning money.
Yeah.
So they instill no confidence in the platform itself.
Besides Black Friday and Full Tilt, I've never had an instance with ACR, Global, Bovat, any place withdrawing my money. So I will say that if that's, now whether I win or lose, certain hands, and I feel like, did I really just get runner to lose to quads or something like that?
Yeah.
Like that has happened, and that does happen, a little bit more frequently that I would like. But in the essence of being able to deposit and get my money back, that's never been a problem on any site. Now, that caveat, a lot of people know, like, hey, if I'm depositing with Bitcoin or I'm trying to do all these other steps to get there, then maybe, you rethink your position and just come on down to Orange City.
Yeah. Well, so here's a snapshot of their initial response. It said Nacho Barbero is a goofball, and we love him. Anyone who's played with him, against him, or around him knows he's not a GTO-style player and likely never will be. We're confident he was not using GTO Wizard.
Okay. Is he widely known like that? I don't know.
Then why have it up, right?
Exactly. Why have it up? Why post the picture?
Why mess up his reputation along with the ACR? I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense, and it's one of those things where it's like, hey, like,
I would have expected the answer just like, we're gonna talk to Nacho and see what's going on. Nacho should have came out with just like, I use solvers because everybody uses, so instead of being left behind, might as well. But this stuff is just like,
who's your most gut player? Like, they only play from their gut.
If I had to pick a gut player, I mean, someone probably like Dwan.
Okay.
Or something. And this is probably before.
And if you saw a picture of Dwan using a solver, you would still believe it because you see him using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's
you wouldn't be like,
oh,
I believe that he doesn't because he never does.
I would think, Dwan plays from the gut, but he's probably using a solver as like maybe just a way to justify a play. But if it's in front of them, you're using it. Like, so it makes me feel like someone paid Barbero to do that and then just cause some problems or something.
Yeah, that's bad.
But
that's bad
I don't know.
PR, bro.
I don't know. I think that's it. It doesn't help online poker, right? Because we look at online poker and we want online poker to be legal here in the US. But then when you're filled with scandals like this, it's kind of hard to get behind it, as a player, as someone that vouches for it. And then when there's so much regulation that has to be involved, it's like, I kind of don't blame that it's not legal, But it is what it is.
Talking about like online tournaments and stuff like that. That's another one I want to do if we're in Vegas. Hopefully, online bracelet event is going on.
We mentioned that. We're like, can you imagine, like, just playing from the room? You're on a quick break. All right, now let's go play. Let's go register for a live event at the Horseshoe, and then
playing with the view of
If
Vegas.
I could double tail, like I'll play live and I'll do that. But I'm not sitting in the room while we're in Vegas.
Event?
You know what I mean? Like it better. I'll play, like, unless I get, like, finals, 100 or something, I want to concentrate, but I would play that while playing, like, a tournament, like,
I'm
live.
saying, like, if it's taking place prior to, hey, the tournament start time for 1500 starts at 5.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and register for a live tournament right now.
Yeah.
Play in the room until we have to head over to...
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, I won't play,
I'm not
like,
going to go
at
to
the
Vegas
table.
and just sit in a room and play.
Yeah.
I'm saying double, multi-tabling.
Yeah.
But we were saying, can you imagine... blinds open, Bellagio fountains, and I'm playing in the WSOP tournament. Like, so how awesome is that?
You win a flip and then the fountains go up. Just perfect timing.
Basically, that'd be the dream. That would be the dream.
I always think of how DePaulo won his in the parking lot, and then he won a bracelet, but then he's like, I'm still in the parking lot. Where's my bracelet? Like, I know they're going to mail it, but what the hell? I just won. Give me something.
Let's, I know we're going to have a couple more podcasts before WSOP starts. But before the schedule gets released, oh God, there's a guy in a black shirt that's walking up. He looks familiar. We only got about 15 minutes. He might come on stream right now. But real quick, if you had to pick your player of the year right now, crazy to do it this early, but just thinking, right? Based on people's body of work and different things, what are you doing? Who are you picking to be player of the year for WSOP this year?
Man.
Or you can jump in, Hector.
I like Daniel Negreanu up there. I feel like he finally got over the hump of having the bracelet, so I feel like he's gonna come back refreshed.
Okay.
Last one he got it and he got it early on, and then I felt like he just coasted. He was like, I'm good. But I feel like he'll be like renewed and be even keel and be ready to keep performing multiple times. And then I like Jerry Osmus, just right up there.
I called him Brad Osmus, the baseball player.
His brother
Brad
would be
I like
really good.
I like Sean Deep.
Sean Deeb. Yeah, I would have to say it would probably be between like a Sean Deeb or a Negreanu. I do kind of want to just do someone different.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because they play all the WSOP tournaments.
Yeah.
So it's just like you get the values. These other guys are probably I want to go with them, but I don't know if they're gonna play the whole tournament, the whole summer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with someone that we didn't have on the teams last year because we didn't know if he was gonna play a lot of events, and that's probably Ivy. If Ivy's gonna put the body of work and the reps that he was putting in last year,
Yeah.
I don't know how you can go against Ivy.
Gotcha.
Because he was making deep runs last year as well. It wasn't just like anything. But let's get Petey on.
Yeah, yeah.
Tag you out.
Mr. Stay Fresh.
Petey, we need 5 minutes of your time, sir. Come on over.
Come on over.
All right, so we are getting we're getting Peter Burrell here. Petey stays
My
fresh.
best friend's up here. How y'all
What's
doing?
going on? What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, hold on. Let me fix this camera because I keep doing this today.
I'm camera shy.
So Peter, you were in this tournament earlier, the $300 Super 40s.
Exactly.
So the price
sir.
pool $94K.
I'm really tilted today. I played about 5.5 minutes and I busted in the wonderful $400, $300 buy-in. Yeah, they should do this every week. What do you think? Did you see the turnout for this tournament?
Yeah, that's what I said. 94.
It more than doubled the price pool.
It's unreal. They should do it every week.
It almost hit 100K price pool, which
It's
is
unreal.
insane.
I was blown away.
I'm glad you brought that up because I had mentioned to a lot of people here. It's just like if you set a guarantee, people will come.
If you build it, they will come. I mean, hello.
If you set the guarantee, like our tournament is 5K, we want more, and we tell them.
Oh, you guys got to go
If
higher.
you put more, people will come.
But the thing is, I mean, I don't know how it works. I'm not the person putting the money behind the guarantee. So if it was my money behind the guarantee, I'd probably be a little.
But look at it. They put 40K.
But like, if you put
And it's
20K and it doesn't hit for the snap calls, would you go that? Like, how high would you want to go?
At least 10 or 15K.
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
I think we can hit 10.
At least.
Because I think when you look at it, like it's never not hit it, right?
Right,
And then
okay.
when you look at the grand scheme of things, like they've never had a one day this big. They do it.
Never.
Now they've doubled it. You know,
It's
so
unreal.
I mean, there's a really good player base here.
Oh yeah.
It's so centrally located that people will plan their day around here. I mean, it's awesome. But wait, you said 5 minutes earlier. What happened?
I dusted in 5 minutes. I was so tilted. I'm just a little steamed still from it.
All right, give us a hand breakdown. What happened here?
Well, okay, yeah, it was 3 hands. I went 0 for 3. First hand, ace jack, and it's this lovely lady that I just walked in, and she was walking right past me, and I said, "Are you still in?" And she said, "Yep." And I said, "You took, good luck." So first hand, ace jack. She had ace king. She opened 800 at 2, 300, 300. I called. Another guy called. Flop came ace, like rag. Like I think it was like ace 6-4 or something. And she bets 1500 though. I'm like, she has an ace, okay. And you have to call. Then the turn she bets 5,000. Sonny said that's an easy fold. I was a little sticky with my ace jack. It was a king on the turn, so I'm like, she has ace king around my head, or she has ace queen, or like she has to have like ace king or ace queen. But I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's like the king's there, so now it's less likely she has ace king. So she has 2 pair, like really. But she was, one of those old. They always have it, you know what I mean?
So how much you lost in that hand?
So then she bet 5,000. I called, and then she bet 15,000 on the river. I folded, so that was 5,000. Then the 1,500, the 800, it was like 8,000. So I'm already down 8K my first hand.
That's big.
A little tilted.
The only mistake you think you made was the turn, right? By calling.
Yeah, Sonny said that's an easy fold. She has the ace king or ace queen. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't just bet like that with air. These types. In the
What about raising on the flop when the ace hit?
What happened?
When she bet, you ever thought about raising her to see where she's at?
See, yeah, that's a thing that I used to do that I'm trying. I'm not trying like that. I'm not saying you're bet like, but that's a fish line or that's supposed. It's like a find out where you're at bet, and you're not supposed to do a find out. I used to always do find out where you're at bets, but I've been learning not to. That's a bad.
So by calling, what does that do?
So calling, it keeps all of her worst hands in, all of her bluffing range in. So if she's behind, she's gonna bet probably
Do
again.
you think she was bluffing because didn't she raise pre-flop?
Yeah, she opened. Yeah, she was the opener pre-flop.
Okay.
So she's the pre-flop opener.
Okay.
And she was early position, so it's pretty strong open.
Yeah.
And it's the type. You know the player type. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
No, we got
They
it.
just like don't bluff.
No, correct.
like
No, they
different
typically
scenarios.
always have it.
that's the first hand. The second hand, what was it? Oh, I had sevens and I opened 700 on 2, 3, 3. This is literally like the next hand. Like I played like 2 seconds. And then sevens. Yeah, I get sevens next hand. I open. Guy calls me heads up. he ends up having ace king again. So I go against ace king twice and lose to ace king twice with a pretty solid hand. So it comes 5-6 king, so it's only 1 over, and it's like pretty good flop for sevens. But he bets off 3,500. He 3-bets me pre. I go 7, he goes 2K. I call. I check. He goes 3,500. I'm like, he has the king, and he shows ace king, and I'm like, okay, so I'm pretty tilted. I'm pretty tilted.
He raised pre.
He 3-bet me pre. That's a 2K. I went 700. He went 3x 2K.
One thing we talk about often is like table appearance and whatnot, and kind of like how people look at you at a table, right?
Right, you got to do it.
You weren't there a super long time, but how do you think you were perceived by everyone after the first hand?
I was really tilted, and I expressed it very openly the way that I do, if you know me. And so I was probably that's why he showed, because I was even more like the first hand was crazy because I showed ace jack, and they're like, oh wow, then, you know. So it was like I was probably perceived. I mean, I don't know. I showed ace jack. Then I mean, they knew I was tilted. I'll tell you that much. I was obviously tilted, so that definitely, you know, probably helps. I mean, if they're that much of a thinking player, I mean,
if they even think to that level.
He has ace king. I mean, it's pretty. He had flopped the king. I mean,
yeah, we talk about it often because we're just like, you know, like obviously, you know, these tournaments can last. Like this one, the big one right now is gonna last until 2-3 in the morning probably. But when you look at these things, it's like I try to sit down and I try to get a profile on everyone almost right away.
Oh yeah.
Just so I can have a good understanding. And you know.
You could do it within I mean, if you've been playing long enough, you can do it pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially at low buy-in, you don't even have to do it. When you're playing low buy-ins, you're gonna get a pretty standard skill level. I mean, unless you have like this some pro that's just playing the, you know.
So by saying that, and then when she bet the 5K, if you know, she has it,
B, basically.
why didn't you fold?
I said in my head like she has ace king, and then when I told my friend, he's like she has ace king, and I'm like,
Got you.
It's pretty obvious, but like, what does she have? That she's bluffing, or you're behind? I mean,
we got literally the tournament starts in 6 minutes. So I have one more question for you.
I'm gonna play. You know what? I'm gonna play.
He's playing it.
But are you guys playing it?
Yeah, we'll be
okay. Only because you know what? You guys are my boys. I haven't played one. This is my first one.
Yeah,
we seen your hit and runs today.
See,
like, the last couple of days.
Get this hit
you have the bankroll. You have the bankroll.
I'm getting the hit and run right. I'm honest on my IG.
You have the
bankroll. So the last question I got. Two more minutes. We talked about perception and how you appear to the table in the tournament, right? The 2-5 regs that see you come play often. How do you think really quickly they perceive you? Because if you've met PD, you don't forget PD. Right?
I'm basically the villain of the OC, basically.
So do you think you have a good? I don't even want to say reputation because you're a good guy.
I have a bad rep.
But in terms of the table play and stuff, like, you know, like you make the game interesting. How do you think you're perceived by other people?
But I've upset a lot of people that are regs here, and, you know, I'm playing at the highest games, and there is a certain etiquette. I've always struggled with etiquette, whether it's work or, like, the day job or whatever. I try to be authentic, and, you know, authenticity doesn't always come across. People don't like it sometimes. Yeah. And so, you know, I try to be a little more fake, and I'm trying to be more professional. More professional. I'm not good at being professional. So professional is you sit there and you don't talk for 8 hours.
But I have a question for you.
Or you do the small talk. Yeah.
Is this? You could be the villain, right? You say you're the villain.
I'm basically the villain right now.
But do you play to that? Like they call all your bets, or like how do you?
I was playing to it, but then I got. Well, I don't want to. You know, this is all private stuff. I'm trying to. I never like told anybody this. I got a little bit like. I'm not complaining. This is a great room, best room. I got in a little trouble, you know, pulled aside, you know, told I've upset some people, you know, basically like
a little talking.
I got fired from my job, got fired from Global, and I almost got fired from here. I don't know, I'm going through a lot, you know, but you know, I'm trying.
Whatever happened with that indictment?
We're not allowed to talk about these things on public. But anyways,
that's a joke.
It's me. I am the problem. I'm trying to figure it out. You know.
No, it's just interesting because, like, you know, I'm
trying not to do it as much. I'm trying not to lean in as much to answer the question.
There you go.
No, I'm trying to be more professional and not get in trouble. I used to do it.
Do you do it to get people on tilt? Like,
that's why I'm trying to tilt you. I'm not here to be your friend. People think that everybody's here to like these old guys. They just come and they just want to hang out.
They're trying to make money.
They just want to be friends. You know, they're not here to like be the best poker player in the world.
You've been on a podcast. I get a lot of people. The people, you know, telling us like, you know, when they see you with our hats and stuff like that, or with the shirt.
Yeah, I'm repping, baby.
They want to target you and stuff like that. Say, go ahead, go take his money, whatever.
I love being targeted.
So it's just because of your demeanor at the table. So it's just like that's what.
If you have the bankroll, now if you're broke and you can't afford to play, then you know you don't want people raising. But like you want people playing out of line. That's the goal.
And the people that complain, to be honest with you, is people that they don't accept loss. Like they lose a hand, they get all bent out of shape. They want to use excuses.
Sometimes I do that. I'll be honest too.
Yeah, but if I'm on a table and say for example you get annoying, whatever, I would get a little pissed. But it's like I'm not gonna complain if As long as you're not cursing at me, you're not.
At the end of the day,
Yeah,
you want a player like that at your table, though.
That's what I'm saying.
You want
I
a
like
player
to
like
stir
that.
the pot. I'm a pot stir, but yeah.
Let me just fix this and we're gonna sign off.
No, you good, bro. All right.
But,
yeah, I'm gonna go fucking. How do you buy in for this?
You go to the cage, but overall, how you play this? I've seen you. You know, you had a couple wins this week.
I beat last.
Are you
month
getting
was my best
better?
month ever.
Are you getting better? Like you feel
Last
like,
month was my best month ever.
but you feel like you're playing better, or you're just getting
See,
lucky?
this is
You're
the
getting
thing.
aces
I was
over
really
kings.
thinking about this. I think it's like a mentality. You have to get to a place in your mind, and that becomes your reality. I've been really like, it's kind of deep, yeah. I've been having more belief in myself with the wins, and then like more confidence, and then more like when you have confidence, you kind of know how to make decisions better. I don't know, it's weird, yeah.
To add to that, I don't know if it's Chance Cornith or who it is, but someone said that recently. They're like, having a positive mindset can truly affect your results.
It really
without even
creates more
realizing it.
positivity and more better results. Yeah. If
So-
you're over here, I suck, and I'm gonna get
yeah.
I'm gonna get cooler today. You might.
Yeah, you
probably
will. You will. All right, so we're all gonna do a $20 last longer for this tournament.
All right, yeah, let's
we're all
go.
jumping in right now. We literally have 2 minutes. PD, we'll keep chatting with PD after the tournament. We'll just hang out.
PD stays
But,
fresh.
We will catch you guys later. Thanks for jumping in, and we'll
for
let
having
you know
me.
how the tournaments go. We'll keep you guys updated. Peace, guys.
Appreciate it.